All right. It's live.
Let's test the audio. For one of y'all pages to pop up. All right, let me switch account.
Let me see. Okay, Godal's just popped up.
I got mine too.
That
Yeah, we're
one
good.
wrong.
All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bahashem,
Bahashem, Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Bahashem,
Bahashem,
Rachakodash.
Rachakodash.
Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach this truth and rule well. Rabbarakatham unto the hopeful elect, beginning with the 144,000 on down to the sincere men, women, and children that do believe in Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai these latter days. All right, this the GMS Dallas Younger Bros. Where 3 or 4 are gathered in the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. All right, you have myself, Gabar.
And you good dog. Your brother Warga.
All right, and Yesai just couldn't make this one. He's far right now, so it's just gonna be us 3 brothers. But that is enough, and we're gonna just quickly go over these Braxton Hicks. All right, how the scriptures speak about how the end is gonna manifest itself, and what we're seeing live in today's world is those Braxton Hicks taking place, those plagues coming upon the world, those disasters. These things are not just happening because you plug this back in. These things are not just happening because it's just a coincidence and this and that is happening and we'll bounce back. No, these things are happening for a reason. And if you notice, every year is getting worse than the previous year. 2024 is worse than 2023. 2023 was worse than 2022. 22 was worse than 21. All right, and we know what happened in 20. All right, so as we progress into JT, Jacob's trouble, it's gonna get worse. And that is what the scriptures speak about. So we know what time we're in. We're in the time where the Lord is visiting this place. So we need to prepare ourselves. Matter of fact, somebody hold Luke, was it 22 or 21:34?
I got you.
We'll kick it off with that, then we'll jump into it.
I guess you put it on there. Okay. Said Luke 21:34. Yeah, 34.
Yeah, started 34.
This is Luke chapter 21, verse 34. And it says, "And take heed to yourselves."
Yeah, this is Yahushua speaking to his disciples. Go ahead.
And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness.
Right. Going OD with stuff. Extra, you partying all the time. Your head's in the clouds. You're in la la land. You don't know what's going on around you because you're not circumspect to what's happening. You're not watching. Go ahead.
And like you're saying, that's what Paul said to Timothy. He said how no soldier, he said nobody that's been chosen to be a soldier can please the commander being entangled with the affairs of the life, pretty much. So this is just as his land backing off this Luke, pretty much, man. The mindset you're supposed to be in if you're serving Yahweh Shah.
Yeah, look at the mindset. You want to add a point?
No, yeah, I was just gonna say, man, just not as you quoted in 2 Timothy 2:4, being not entangled with the affairs of this life. All right, because as you can see, man, we getting closer and closer and closer to the end by the day, by the hour, by the minute, by the second. Right. So as we're getting closer and closer, the last thing you want to do is be attached to anything that has nothing to do with salvation. Right? Whether it's cars, cars, clothes, money, and hoes, your job, Of course we like these things. Of course we will buy these things. Right? And we'll have some of these things. But we understand in the back of our mind that, man, we're not going to be
overcharged.
Exactly what you said, overcharged in it, man. Just all dwelled up upon it, thinking that we're going to have it forever. We understand we're going to lose it. And when the time comes, of course, Lord willing, we'll be able to just to let it go. All right. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. No, it's not going to be easy with certain things, depending on whatever you're more attached to. But the point is, you got to let it go, though. All right. So don't be too like you said, overcharged in it, all right, being so set in it, that you can't let it go.
Right, because when you overcharge something, what happens when you overcharge a laptop or your phone? The battery explodes, But like I was gonna say, you look at the mindset in these in-world, end-time movies of like the movie How It Ends, or the movie Hidden, or the movie I Am Legend, or the movie the Book of Eli, which is a great one. Look at Denzel Washington mindset, the actor that played I guess Eli in that movie. Look at his mindset. You know, he was all about I'm going where the voice told me to go. He was very focused. He wasn't caught up in affairs. He wasn't, you know, he was traveling light, you know, stuff like that. That's the mindset that you have to be in as a pilgrim, just moving, not overcharged with, well, you know, in America, I got this job, I got this going on, I got a family now. So, you know, I'm gonna invest more time instead of going to camp every week. Maybe I'll go every 2 months, and you know, I ain't gonna be reading as much no more because my kids' basketball get. No, man, look, we're in a time where you have to be invested into the Lord. All right. And no, don't get it wrong. That don't mean you just are homeless and you know, whatever. No, man, we have lives, but you have to have that balance to it and not be overcharged, even if they looking at you crazy. You know, the Lord can save them through you.
Yeah.
Through you building that ark. So you can read that from the top.
This is Luke 21:34 in the KJV from the top. And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unaware.
Right. So if you get caught up with this and that in your life, all right, which we're not even living on this side, all right, but in your personal life, then that time is going to come upon you unaware. What is that talking about? The time that's coming as a thief in the night. Yahweh is coming. Because all these events are happening in planet Earth. We just had an event take place yesterday, whether it was staged or not. Donald Trump getting shot, you know, or grazed, or just the bullet fragments or the glass, they say. Either way, an assassination attempt. That's going to be a big role in going into this civil war. So these things that are happening, it is not going to be, as we're going into this lesson of Braxton Hicks, we're going to get into that. It's not going to be, oh, C-19 happened 2020. Okay, well, shit, you know, oh, damn, Trump got shot 2024. Well, then, you know what? Civil war might pop off in 10 years. You know what? 25 years after that, I think the MOTB, it ain't going to work like that. It's going to be closer and more concise together, and it's going to be more severe each thing that happened. That's how this thing is going to ramp up. It isn't going to be like a on and off, and then it's off for 20 years, and then it's back popping. Then prophecy laying back for 100 years, and then we coming back with the MOTB. That ain't how the Most High set it up.
God, like, I don't want to cut you off, but like Yahushua said, you know, he has shortened the days for the elect's sake. You know, so if he didn't shorten them, no flesh should be saved. So Braxton Hicks, as the brothers going to, you like the concept of the Braxton Hicks. You see, you know, every Brax, whatever, every contraction hit harder and harder. Brothers done had kids, you know, when they see that one, it's like, oh, then the contraction starts to get harder because that baby's coming forth. We know that baby is going to be Yahweh Shai. They're revealing that Yahweh Shai is here. Right. So we see the things playing out of earth, and it's just getting worse. You know what I'm saying? It's getting more intensified. You're right. They've always been talking about war. There's been rumor of wars going on always, but it ain't been to this extent.
Now it's nukes surrounding Babylon. It's literally nukes on the coast of America.
You got them ganging up Russia, ganging up Cuba.
They're saying America's their enemy. They're saying we, you know, a lot of stuff is coming out every day. This year, a lot more has been done within the first 7 months of this year than the entire last year.
Exactly.
And we're not even through this year yet. But that's only if you're watching. If you're not watching, you just thinking, well, nothing happening to me. I mean, gas high, food high, but I'm still smoking. Exactly. You know, so niggas can be in that simple mindset, but we're moving forward in prophecy. God. That's why it's gonna come like a thief. Read verse 35.
God, I'll just read that. Verse 35, it says, "For as a snare."
As a snare. Let's get this word. I'm gonna grab it on my phone so you ain't gotta do the whatchamacallit. As a snare. Read it again. You read the whole thing.
Kind of says, "For as a snare," which a snare is another way of saying trap, which we're gonna get the word. It says, "For as a snare it shall come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth."
Right. So everybody's going to take that MOTB because they're going to be caught in the snare because they're not watching and they're not in the secret place right now. They're not in that ark, man. They're just in the world. So they're going to be caught up in these things. Oh, I got to eat. I don't know how I'm eat. They don't have any faith, right?
Yeah.
So now going into this word snare, yeah. I'm going to play it.
Strong's G 3803. Pagis.
This is what it says. It says snare, trap, noose. All right, like what the scripture also calls Esau. the snare of the fowler.
Yeah,
How's it?
Said deliver me from the snare of the flower.
Right.
Fowler.
Yeah, so he's that con artist that's setting up this trap, which is going on in this world staged. All right, for everybody to be caught in, man, for all hell to break loose, civil war, unrest. When we know all these prophecies, we're not gonna go through the whole second Ezra 16 and all of that. We're just gonna grab a few precepts, but this is where we are, man. The things that are happening, like what happened yesterday while we was at class. I know this brother Warga was at home because he had a situation, but brothers, that event is gonna move us forward in prophecy. It's gonna definitely move us forward in prophecy, man. And you think that these people at the coming of the election and one of the electors or whatever, getting popped,
one of the top candidates,
right? Which I believe he's gonna get back in there because we already know it's pre-elected anyway. But Nero gonna get back in there more than likely.
And even like you saying that, then you got Russia, because I just seen an article earlier. Russia said that they said that the Biden administration created an environment for Trump to get shot at. So all it's just tying in, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I just want to get one of these if you want to get it.
I was gonna read them all.
Oh, okay, you go with that.
Whatever you want to speak on. It says snare, trap, noose. So you getting put in a death trap, a noose. It says of snares in which birds are entangled and caught, implies unexpectancy. What is that? Oh, spirit. That means suddenly. That word sudden means regarded as not likely to happen. Why? Because you're not reading the prophecies, although they're being spoken unto you, saying, man, that ain't gonna happen. Well, America ain't never been touched on our soil. We Civil War. Nah, man, not in my time. Stuff like that. So it's gonna be sudden to these people because the scripture says he's gonna come in the hour ye think not. Can you grab that Bible shot?
No, man. You have what?
Hour you think ye think not. I think it's in Luke. It says suddenly because birds and beasts are caught unawares, right? Like a spider's net.
Hey, that's heavy. It's like my bag when it goes. You got it.
Yeah, like a spider when it spin that net, the little flies don't see it. They think they just going through an opening. It's all wide, it's all clear, and then boom, you caught. That's how Esau is gonna do this thing. How he's gonna come in like a flood.
I got some real quick, just real quick. Let me get it because it said, like I said, when you read it, it said suddenly because birds, beasts are caught unawares, right? So this is 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 12.
And that's funny because beasts are lawless. Beasts are lawless, and our people are likened unto beasts right now. 2/3 of our people in America. And then also people say, what, bird brain? Oh, he's a bird brain. He's an idiot. So you got to be an idiot, to be caught by Esau because you're not reading the prophecies. Yeah, they're clearly coming to pass.
And that's why I'm pulling this, because it's like it said beast, right? It says, but these are natural brute beasts.
Oh, shit.
Made to be taken and destroyed.
Made to be taken what? Taken unaware and destroyed. The Lord's going to get them. Is it more? Yeah,
it says speak evil things they do not understand. And that's what you see happening. They speak evil things they do not understand, which is talking about this gospel. What else? The thing's not going to happen.
Just scoffing against it.
Exactly. They got this proverb, June, whatnot, no sea here.
Yeah, that's a proverb amongst Israel. It's June.
Yep.
Ain't so the Lord is going to confound all of that, and he's going to bring forth, these final blows, and then he's going to bring Jacob's trouble full spring.
Yep.
And then what's going to happen? Then you're going to be calling on the Lord to eat, and he's not going to answer. Because think about it, when you in that day and your fridge is empty, and you ain't, everybody hungry around you, your neighbors, they going into each other's houses with the sword. What are you going to do? You going to call on the Most High? How you going to fight your whole neighborhood yourself with your Glock? How you going to fight, bro? You're going to need divine intervention, bro. Or if you in a FE my camp, if you in one of those, the Lord got to put the spirit on you to endure unto death. If that be the lie, or he can break you out. But these are the things we're preparing ourselves for, man. This is why we blowing the trumpet. We're not just going to sit here and let these things happen and not blow the trumpet on them. These things are moving us further into prophecy, and what happened yesterday and all these other things with the war and moving these submarines, which they can't track the submarines, and they get pretty close often. These things are putting us closer to Armageddon, World War III, which is the prophecy we need in the MOTB, so that what our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai can return and take us out of hell.
God.
You got it.
I'm gonna finish it out. It says, I'm going to type 2 Peter 2 and 12, but these are natural brute beasts made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil things that they do not understand, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption.
Right. All right. So the Lord is going to ultimately have these people perish in that lake of fire that's in America, and then whatever other judgments. all right, through the four corners of the earth. All right, and some people pursuing it might be Daniel chapter 12. Hey, some people they're gonna be resurrected just to burn up over here, man. Scriptures speak about that, so double whammy. So if you don't want to take part in those things, it's best to fear Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, man. So we're gonna read the rest of these and we'll continue. Implies unexpectedly, suddenly, because birds and beasts are caught unawares, a snare, whatever brings perils. We know that in the latter times, perilous times shall. Can we grab that?
Yeah,
this is all going into the word snare, right? Yeah. So, wait, you can grab that right quick. They would grab that. The one you was holding. Good dog.
Shit.
That was it.
That was it right there. I just took it out. Say, man,
it's all good.
I can just type right back in.
So Matthew.
That's 24, 44,
right? Yeah. That's
I knew it was in that one because I think
I know it's one in Luke, but I might be tripping.
I know if you read up, it says
that's the one. That's the one you quoted.
Actually, when you before
he says right here Luke for the one, maybe.
Yeah, they both had an account of it, I'm pretty sure. But if you go up, it says you probably started.
There you go, right there, 24, 44. Just read that one.
Yeah, okay. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 44. It says, therefore be ye also ready.
How you be ready? You have to be on your watch, so you know what time it is, and you're preparing yourself. Okay, let me repent. Let me do what I'm supposed to do. Multiply these talents. Fear the Lord. Shine more and more. Do what I'm supposed to do, because this time is coming. You read from the top.
And it says, therefore be ye also ready. For in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man cometh.
Right. So when Yahweh Shah come, what are you going to do? You read the last chapter of the entire Bible, the Holy Bibles, like the holy compilation of books. That's what Bible means. You read it at the last chapter, in the last few verses, it says what? Yahweh Shah says, I am Alpha and Omega. Behold, I cometh quickly to give every man a reward as his work shall be. Roughly paraphrasing. So what do you want your works to be? Now, of course, our righteousness is as a filthy rag, but we have Yahweh Shah sacrifice to cover that. So you want to be fearing the Lord. You want him to come back to find faith in you. Proverbs 14:26. The faith is coming from you fearing the Lord. If you believe in the Lord, you're going to fear him because you're going to know what type of power he has.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I can exit this, right?
Yeah. Wait. Don't close it.
Now get 2 Timothy 2, 2 Timothy 3. That's the one, the perilous time one.
Okay.
2 Timothy 3. It's going to be verse 1.
2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. And the title of this chapter is Difficult Times Will Come. And we're in difficult times, but hey, man, we're about to see some real difficult times. We ain't seen famine where all the grocery stores, full storehouses, and gas stations are empty. And it's looking like, just a few hundred people left from hundreds of thousands to just thousands left in the city, then just hundreds, then just 10. That's the times we're coming into. 2 Timothy 3 and 1. And this is all a lead up to that. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Now I can exit it?
Yeah.
Don't close it. Just go to that and then share it with that.
Now jumping back here, it says whatever brings peril, loss, destruction. Right. So the destruction is coming soon. All right, ultimately the final destruction, but it's going to be perils along that way in this last time that we're in, man. As it says right here, of a sudden and unexpected deadly peril. What's that? Peril is hard times. What is that? The sword, pestilence, famine.
And like you're reading that, the Lord already showed y'all during 2020. That was sudden. It was sudden for the Crown Vic to pull up on you. You didn't think Crown Vic was gonna whip over and drive by and bang his music over in the U.S. You thought he was gonna stay in China,
right?
But he came over to the U.S. He came over to the U.S., man, and the Lord showed you right there in 2020, which we know 2 Ezra 16 even speaks about that pretty much. Not necessarily like Crown Vic, but it says how Lord has sent the mimic for scourges. He sent Crown Vic so niggas
were supposed to turn.
Exactly.
But they wouldn't.
It
says that.
Yeah. They got worse, man.
Exactly.
They got even more worse. Like,
because now I gotta go harder next year because I ain't get to shine like that.
Exactly. We only live once.
YOLO, right? So ultimately, these things are lining up so perfectly. So perfectly for prophecy to be fulfilled. And if you ask what side we on, oh, you going for Trump or Biden, Ukraine or Russia, Israel or hey, we on the side of prophecy.
Yep.
That's what it is, bro. You know, a lot of people, what side you on? I'm on the side of prophecy, bro. You know, right? Because they got a side because they're in this world. We're not in this world. All right, so now we can jump over to 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 37.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh, and they are not slack. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack.
Now we go into this word slack just on Google. It says, when you read down to what it says, a verb, the number 2, it says decrease or reduce in intensity, quantity, or speed. And this goes perfectly into the Braxton Hicks, because the Braxton Hicks, as we're going to get, the speed, they decrease in speed, meaning they get closer and closer together. Or you can say they speed up. They speed up, rather. They speed up and get closer and closer together, and they get more intense, just like the plagues are. So as we see these things happening, it's not going to be, oh, C-19 happened. Oh, damn, Trump shot. Oh, damn, the subs are around here. Oh, this and that. Well, okay, well, maybe in 5 years, this will take place, something big, the next big thing. And 20 years from there or 7 years from there, then the MOT. No, man, these things are going to get, the time frame of when they happen are going to get short. It's like a domino effect.
Yeah.
It's going to be like the first 2 dominoes are rather slow. And then 3, 4 on down, it's just, you know, it's going. It's like popcorn. You hear the first few popcorns go off. You hear the big one, 2020. You hear all these other things throughout the years. And then what? It's just going to start happening all at once. Oh, famine, martial law, the draft, this and that. It's just going to start popping, man. Because these are the prophecies, and who's controlling these things to happen? Yahweh. And what is his intent? Joel chapter 3.
Especially when that famine of the word comes.
Exactly. That's when it's over.
When that famine of the word
it's over. You better hope you got oil.
Exactly. When that famine of the word comes, now it's gonna hit peak speed, because as you read in that Revelation 7, that's what the angels are holding back the winds for. And we see the angels loosening up their grip on the winds, which the wind is a representation of destruction. So that's mean like, oh, the elect got it. You know, brothers believe we believe elect is sealed. It just ain't built up fully yet. You know, and once the elect is fully built up in there, ready for the receive salvation, ready for the plagues to come on her, they're gonna come rushing through, man.
Right, because the elect are shining more and more until the perfect day. So we're always going through different phases in this ministry, upgrading until Yahweh Shai get back.
They're gonna come like them dogs on I Am Legend. Couldn't wait till it got dark.
Right.
That's how demons are, man.
So going back, 2 Ezra 16, you can read 37 again. Because we went into that word slack, and that goes directly into the Braxton Hicks.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack.
Right. So, 4 years ago this happened, 2 years ago that happened, 1 year this happened. Well, now they're going to keep happening faster and faster in the same year until fully the whole swing of Jacob's trouble happens.
And hey, it's crazy because, like you saying that, if you niggas just took a look out into the world, you could literally see that it's just been more intensified. Like, okay, 2020, okay, then 2021. Like the priest just said, man, just here in 2024, we halfway through the year, probably a little bit over half.
Bro, yeah, we're 50-something% through.
It's already been more stuff happening within that range. Really, the first 3 months has already been more so than the previous years.
Yeah,
which is great.
Trump shot.
Yeah, like
Russia saying America's our enemy. Exactly. You want to give our enemies weapons? Well, we're gonna give your enemies weapons. The West, exactly. America. Oh, we got missiles that destroy. Well, they said that before. But I'm trying to name stuff specifically in this year.
Russia pulling up on Florida.
Yeah, being 70 miles from the coast in Cuba. Also, now they're in Venezuela.
Yeah,
it's just a lot going on, man. And then just yesterday, you had Nero. You got Trump. He got popped.
And he threw up that black power fist for you.
Yeah,
niggas.
He thought. You seen the crowd went crazy. So that's gonna inspire what? That's gonna inspire civil unrest. That's what that's gonna lead into.
Yeah,
it's gonna have more stuff being on lockdown, because when they do events like that, like 9/11, they use that event which they control. That was control opposition, just like everything is. The whole world is control opposition, everything. So just like that, they use these things to forward agendas. And we know they want to crown their enterprise with success, but they're not going to be able to do it and eat from that table, man. All right. So all of these things are happening for a reason, man. You just got to keep your eyes peeled and see where they're gonna move next with this thing going forward. Because we know ultimately the Lord's gonna bring civil unrest, civil war, party against party, state against state, race against race, class wars, rich versus poor. We're gonna see all of this go down, man. And in the meantime, we want to be right with Yahweh Bashim Shah, because that's the only way we're gonna remain satisfied through those days, by fearing the Lord, man. That's why we want mercy. So what do you got to do? Luke 1:50. You got to fear the Lord, because His mercy is on those that fear Him from generation to generation. You can read 38.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 38. It says, "As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child come forth, they slack not a moment."
Right. So at first, 2 or 3 hours before that baby's actually born, that woman's going to experience what? She's going to experience those Braxton Hicks. All right. And those are, it's going to start kind of severe. Then they're going to move into being more and more severe as that baby's about to be born. So we know Yahweh Shah is right there at the door, because we're feeling those Braxton Hicks. But what's going to happen? It says, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. So it's going to only get more and more closer together and more intensified. And we was going to go into, matter of fact,
you look at Braxton.
I got it on my phone.
Braxton.
You had a certain one on your phone, right?
Yeah. All right, going into it on my phone, I typed in "do Braxton Hicks get closer together?" It says, just on Google, it says, during the transition, contractions come closer together and can last 60 to 90 seconds. You may feel like you want to bear down. You may feel a lot of pressure in your lower back and rectum. So yeah, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. The Lord's applying pressure with these prophecies right now.
they come quick too, because like it's saying, because I've personally, well, not personally experienced it, but I've seen it. I've seen it. When they come, because they had the little they had like a little TV screen that shows your contractions. And as the baby, you know what I'm saying, is getting ready, and that's another thing too. You know what I'm saying, as the baby's getting ready to come, the contractions start coming back. It'll come to a point where the contractions is back to back to back. It's not even no space in between the contractions no more.
They slack not a moment.
Exactly.
So at first you're feeling, all right, C19 happened. Oh, now we ain't gotta wear a mask no more.
Exactly.
We got
space.
This and we're letting up. Just like, the gas price is extra high. Oh, now the gas kind of went back down a little. Yeah. So that's the contractions happening and then kind of pulling back until they fully just boom, boom,
and ain't no space.
Yeah, where it's just like, it's just famine. It's just draft. It's just war. It's just invasion. It's just plagues. Pestilence. It's just, it's gonna get on another level. You want to say something?
No, I was about to say you basically you just fucked at that point.
Yo, you through.
Hey, it's just like the scriptures say, on the day of the Lord, it's gonna be like a man that fled from a lion, then a bear met him, then he left from the bear and the snake got him. Those like those contractions, they just back to back to back to back. Anytime you try to, I need to escape, this gonna happen. It ain't gonna be no breath. They call it breath of fresh air.
We can grab that too. Yeah, that's Amos, right? Amos 8.
I think it is.
Amos 8 and what's it, 10?
What y'all say?
She need my keys.
Yeah.
Amos, it gotta be like 10, right?
Oh yeah, talking
about. At the day of the Lord, be as a man that fled from a lion and a bear met him. Then he
I know it's Amos something.
Let me find it.
Watch it be Amos. It's Amos 5:19. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got it. Amos 5:19. All right, just Amos, because you brought it up and that just goes in perfectly. Yeah. Amos 5 and verse 19. It says, matter of fact, we're gonna start at verse 18. It says, woe means destruction. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord Yahweh. Why is it saying that? Because obviously it says we're supposed to be desiring that day, like hastening it, right? But it's speaking about those that don't really know what they're intending All right, with this time coming, because they're not repenting.
Yeah.
You know, especially heathens. They
Not prepared.
Edomites. I want them to come back. Well, you're going to slavery, man. You don't understand what you're asking for. That's what it's speaking about right here. So it says, "Woe on." You want to say something?
I'm gonna say not realizing that with the coming back of the day of the Lord is what like darkness and not light. You know, so it's not gonna be something that's just gonna be, oh man, you know, like how Christians got it, the rapture and all that. Oh man, ain't gonna work no more.
Candy cane. You're gonna come back, pass out candy cane.
Hey, then especially for them, it's really gonna be darkness for them because it's when Yahweh Shai come back, they're thinking like candy cane's rapture. We know when Yahweh Shai return, he coming to rage war, and we know he gonna win. But why is he raging war? So he can establish that rulership that we desire.
I come not to send peace but a sword.
Exactly, and through that sword, he gonna bring forth that righteous rulership. Now, of course, it's gonna be a gloomy day.
But it's gonna be a dark day for the heathen. Yeah. And for the elect of the nation of Israel, it's going to be the best day to ever happen in existence.
Yeah.
Liberation, the captives being freed. That's what this whole thing is about.
Yes.
18.
15, man. Not saying that Jeremiah 16:14 says that how the Lord will know to say, Lord delivers from the land of Egypt, but he delivered from the
because he's going to blow that out the water. He's going to blow everything out the water, right? He's already, man, the stuff that's happening is big. All right, so keep watching. All right, we're going to keep preaching. Amos 5:18, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord Yahweh, to what end is it for you? Right? What's gonna happen to you? You ever desiring it, but you might not be an Israelite for one, so you could be a heathen. But if you are Israelite, you're not even repenting. You're not even serving the true God Yahweh through Yahweh Shai, his son. So what kind of day is that for you? Yeah. To what end is it for you? The day of Yahweh is darkness and not light, right? Because
it says like
because what? Because those missiles, all right, when they hit in the fire from the chariots, man, and all that smoke and the mushroom cloud go up, you're not gonna see the sun and the moon and the stars, man. You ain't gonna be down. Louis Armstrong, what a wonderful world. You know, on that song. I actually like that song. You say, I see skies of blue.
These skies are missiles.
All right. It's gonna look like stars falling. Yeah, you know, so that's gonna be this day. It's gonna be terrible. The earth is gonna reel to and fro, man. So these events, all right, that's what we're going into. These events are gonna start happening more commonly, and they're gonna increase in their severity.
Yeah,
is that
severity.
A word? Yeah, severity. Yeah, so they're gonna increase, man, and this is what we gotta prepare for. And these things that we're seeing, it's a domino effect. One thing happens to usher in the next thing. And it's going to start happening faster. So you have to be caught up. Now, here's the point. Verse 19. As if a man, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him. Now, imagine, if I got to read it in right now. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. Right. Tribulation on all sides. That's where it's going to get to. You ain't gonna have nowhere. I got from line. I'm good. Nah, man, you're gonna maybe you escape the famine, all right, but then you got to deal with these people trying to break into your bunker. Yeah. Maybe you get away from that. Maybe you just dip or something, and then you think, okay, I'm good. I'm at the EMA camp, and I took the sea hill. Man, now I can eat. And then missiles start raining down. You get bit by the serpent. You know, it's gonna be different, bro. It's gonna be a time of tribulation on all sides, man. Yep. That's where we're going with this thing. That's where the Lord is taking it. That's what you got to be prepared for, man. You got to have it like that. We're going to be in situations where, you know, in the sight of things, it's going to look like there's no way out. But through the Lord, bro, it is a way. And it's going to take faith, but it's going to take a lot of faith. It ain't going to be no, thou little faith surviving. Nah, bro, you're going to have to have that mustard seed grown up, because in the sight of things, it's going to be like, shit, I'm through. They got me. I'm in here. I ain't ate in a day or two. I ain't had no water. You know, I don't know. My family, we got split up. I thought the brothers gonna be with me. I thought I was gonna be with the elders when it went down. Nah, I mean, you don't know what's gonna happen, man. The Lord's gonna have it. The hour of temptation for everybody. They're gonna have their own, moment, man. You're not saying you're not gonna be with brothers. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm saying you got to be prepared for the worst and hoping for the best.
It's going to boil down to your personal relationship.
Yeah, the Lord's it's going to be a straight gate for you. Verse 20, shall not the day of the Lord Yahweh be darkness and not light, even very dark, and no brightness in it. So that's where we're going, man.
Yeah, I got one real quick. This is
Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse. I'm gonna just get the verse at the point, verse 27. When you read
Gotta
up in
work,
the chapter, when you read up in the chapter, it pretty much says how you simples, wisdom cracked out. You know what I'm saying? And you don't listen. You're not listening, pretty much, man. You simples love simplicity, things like that. Which that's what you see going on, right? When you jump down to verse 27, it says, "When your fear cometh as a desolation, and destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you." And what it means when it says it comes as a whirlwind and distress and anguish upon you, it means you be consumed by it. The desolation, the distress, you're going to be consumed by it. And we were just reading in that Amos 5, how it is pretty much, in a nutshell, the Lord's been saying, like, when these contractions start picking up, it ain't going to be no increments.
When it don't slack for a moment.
Exactly.
See, right now,
exactly.
it's not slacking, but it's spaced out as if an actual birth was happening.
It has an increment in between each one. Or they call
eventually, it's just going to be just
boom, boom, no breath. No breath of air. You gonna lean snake got me.
And it's gonna happen suddenly. It's gonna pick up suddenly. There ain't gonna be no damn. All right, so MOTB, and then all right, the Lord probably be here in 50 years. Nah, man, it's gonna be fast, man.
Yeah.
Jacob's trouble could be a year, bro. It could be a matter of months if the Lord wanted, man.
Yeah.
So but you got to be prepared though. That's the whole point. We're not just reading this stuff. We're telling you so you like, all right, let me make sure I'm on point. I'm saying? I need to be shining harder and harder. I need to be fearing the Lord how I'm supposed to be. I don't want to be upsetting the Lord and be on his bad side, because when this stuff go down, as I see, they already are, as these events are taking place, man, because so many events happen every week, but bigger events are happening now. All right. As these things happen, man, you just got to be prepared, because, hey, you ain't going to have none of my oil, and I can't have none of this brother oil. You're going to need your own oil. And if you find somebody with oil, they're going to say, get your own. And as a parable goes.
Hey, like you said, you got to think about it. That's how you know who the men of the Lord are, because as the Lord said, he said, occupied to my coming. He says, you're supposed to be occupied in prophecy. Yeah. We're the only ones talking about what's going on in the world and lining up with the scripture.
And saying what's about to happen before they happen, as they happen too. So
we talking about in Israel, you know what I'm saying, under the circumcision. They're talking about, they over trying to talk about these breakdowns are wrong, or talking about all these other trying to claiming a game, you know what I'm saying, not abstaining from appearance of evil. You need to be talking about the prophecies, what's going on in the world, because we're coming to the time where people are going to need answers.
Yeah, they want to debate because that brings them fame.
Exactly.
It brings them something. It fills their belly. But we're talking about prophecy. That's bigger than us. That's bigger than a debate. You want to debate about this and that. Well, look. What about the MOTB getting established? What about Jacob's trouble? Yahweh's return, the kingdom of heaven being set up? What about what I need to do to get on that chariot?
Exactly. Yeah, the whole reason why you preaching in the first place is to warn them. It's not. I mean, debates come with it. Yeah, but like that's not the sole
focal
purpose.
Point.
Yeah, our purpose is to what? It's watchmen. All right, it's to warn the people of what's to come, and that's what you have the true men of the Lord doing. They're warning people of what's to come instead of telling them, oh, you can do this, you can do that. Oh, let me just cut this Christian, or try to and sound completely stupid or whatever, stuff like that. We're actually being, true to it. What was the word? Genuine. I reckon they have a genuine feeling towards this ministry, man, towards our people, really the elect of the nation of Israel.
Yeah.
Right, because we're not worried about the 2/3. We know that was gonna come with it, but we're just gonna cast y'all right back into the sea and keep fishing for the elect until we ain't got to fish no more.
Right.
But that's it.
Jumping down to verse 29, Proverbs 1:29. This is the whole sole reason why these people are gonna be devoured, of the nation of Israel that didn't repent. Proverbs 1:29. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. When did you have that option to choose? When he was calling you in that mercy period, all right, when you seen the prophets on the highways and byways on the internet, maybe one of your family members were, but nigga, I know this nigga. We talking about God. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's crazy that you say that, because that's how the Sadducees and Pharisees, that's how they looked at
God. You don't know God.
That's how they looked at
high school.
That's the stumbling block right there, because here it is. You're telling somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they did Yahweh. That's like Yahweh.
We know your brothers and sisters.
Yeah, you came out.
We play football with you, bro.
How you gonna say that you the son of Yahweh?
Bro, I tackled you last week.
Exactly.
That wouldn't happen to the son.
That's the stumbling block. The Lord had it set up like that. Here it is. You rebuking dude. Dude, I work with you. We swear Amazon. You talking about man of the Lord now? You just smoked a blunt last month, man. or last year.
Right.
That's a stumbling block, but that's going to cause them to hate the knowledge. Now they're going to, nah, bro, you just spewing out BS, bro. But I can't commit adultery. You tripping? She bad as hell, bro.
Niggas.
She shouldn't have wanted me.
Right.
I can't eat pork, bro.
Right,
That
and
shit too good.
that all goes into them not choosing the fear of the Lord, because the fear of the Lord is to hate evil and depart from evil. What is the evil? Everything the Lord said not to do. All right, so that's why they're gonna perish, man, because they didn't choose the fear of the Lord. We now have an option to choose the fear of the Lord and to choose it more in our everyday life. That's how you shine more and more, by choosing the fear of the Lord more in your works. Acknowledge Him in all of your works. So you choosing the fear of the Lord, and then you examine yourself. Well, I can fear the Lord more right here in my life. I can do more right here. I can do better right here. Okay. Now going back, we got two more and we out.
This second Ezra chapter 16, verse 38 from the top again.
No. Just go to 39.
Okay, verse 39. It says, "Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side."
Right, because now they're coming upon the earth and they're not slack. They're happening, man. And if you can't see it, if you stuck in La La Land, you through. Somebody pull up that Luke again, 21. Because going back into that snare, man, if you can't see it, it's because you're caught up in your life. Well, yeah. It might be a war, but bro, I'm trying to get this job, man. I'm trying to get this money, nigga.
I got it. You want to read it?
What verse we left off on?
It was on verse 35.
You read 35 from the top. We're gonna read all the way down. Shit, we're gonna read 36.
God, this is Luke chapter 21, verse 35 from the top. "For as a snare it shall come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth."
We went into that snare. It's gonna be sudden, unexpected, not looked for by the masses, because they're not in this prophecy. But to the elect, we know what's coming now. Of course, it's gonna be sudden to us, as in the fact that we don't know, hey, tomorrow, brother. No, we don't know that, but we do know it's gonna happen. All right,
we know the season.
Yeah, and you could go as far as saying it's not gonna be sudden, because when it happened, we know that it was gonna happen. So you could say it's not gonna be sudden, but we don't know exactly. Hey, you got 3 hours to repent on.
It's not gonna be sudden to us, because when you read, when you pulled into Matthew 24 and 44,
yeah.
Read the verse prior, it said that the man had looked, he'd have known that the thief would have came.
He would have suffered his house to be broken up.
So we're looking, so it's not gonna be sudden to us.
You hear, like I said in one of my last lessons, this is how the elect are versus the rest. The elect are in that house, all right, and they came home, and they're in there, and they knew that thief was gonna come, so they got that double shotgun barrel waiting, and they right there, and then they heard that damn Crown Vic, that old police car, or that Hellcat. They heard the brakes squeaking in the driveway. They looking out the window. Who the fuck is that? They see the motherfucker. Oh no! So they go run downstairs. They turn on the porch light so the thieves know, hey, somebody in here. I see you. They already on the phone with the cops. They got the gun pointed at the door. They ready. They on their stuff. Versus what the rest of the world and the nation of Israel, they're in the bed, hungover, left the keys in the door unlocked, throw up in the tub, in the bed with Babylon, in the bed with a harlot. She set him up. Yeah. she set you up. You in the bed, sleep. She out there like, come in. He don't even, that you through, you done, you taking, you're just booty for the taking. Yeah. Your loot, you're gonna get licked. The Jake be like, hit a lick. Well, the Lord gonna allow Esau to hit a lick on these 2/3, man. Right. And then it's funny because when it happens, they're gonna call upon the Lord. It says there in Proverbs chapter 1, we ain't gotta grab it, but that's going into that snare, man. All right, so you gotta be ready. Sleep with your boots on. All right, because hey, that thief is coming, man. All right, Yahweh Shah is gonna come like a thief in the night, but Esau Edom is gonna come in like a flood unexpectedly, just boom. Now it's expected by us, but it's gonna happen on a time that nobody really thinks. You got it.
This is Luke 21 and 36. "Watch ye therefore and pray always."
Watch. Be on your watch. If you're watching, you got to know what to look for. So you got to be in these scriptures. You got to be watching these lessons and making. If the Lord got the spirit on you to make them, you making them. All right. But you're watching. So you know what time. You're watching out that window. 3 a.m. motherfucker might pull up. He pull up at 3:05 a.m. You see the car squeaking. You already on the phone with the cops. You know what I'm saying? You got to be watching. You got to be knowing what to look for. It was gonna be a black Crown Vic. So you know exactly what he coming in, what he coming with. Three masked Edomite niggas jumping out the car. You know, whatever. You got it.
And it says, "Watch ye therefore and pray always, that you may be accounted like you're worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass."
The prophecies. All right, these Braxton Hicks gonna start popping off. The plays gonna come. Prophecy gonna be coming to pass hard. All right, you want to be counted worthy to be kept from all that, but you got to persevere because you have kept the word of my patience. I will keep you from the hour of temptation. You got to be doing that now. It ain't gonna be no Lord, and you just getting fed because you a Jake. That's the only reason. That ain't gonna work.
You on that Jesus shit.
Get right on your deathbed. I repent. Go to heaven,
like Charleston said. Right?
Yeah. Charles the White type of spirit.
Yeah.
Uncle Tom type of spirit. Uncle Ruckus type of spirit. It ain't gonna work, man.
I love Jesus.
You can read.
But it's verse 36 finishing, and now it says, "And that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man."
There you go. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to escape these things, all right, by being ready now, all right, by fearing the Lord. Because Sirach 121 says, if you fear the Lord, the wrath will be turned away from you. Well, it's wise to fear the Lord, but you have to do it in the mercy period. But the catch is, in the mercy period, it's not going to be all out famine in the mercy period. It is going to be famine. We see things happening, but the Lord is going to close up the mercy period. Then he's going to really go in. Okay.
It's not going to look convenient.
Right.
To fear the Lord.
Like, yeah, why would I not sin? I mean, nothing happening to nobody.
Exactly.
Why would I not,
Exactly.
I'm chilling.
That's what
the Lord, yep.
That's what the Lord, that's what's going to separate the ones that are really sincere and the ones that really believe. Because if you really sincere and believe, you believe in the Lord's judgments and his rewards. And we believe that the Lord when he's coming back, those Braxton Hicks. I like to think of, I even gave an example, like, you got that one Jake, before he even pull up to the house, you heard his music a mile away. Well, did we hear the music? Yeah, I was playing a mile away. That's a prophecy coming out, man.
Right. Second Ezra chapter 15 and verse.
It was 10.
10.
No, it was. I think it was 10. Yeah, it was 10.
Yeah, you can read 10.
Now this is Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 10. "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter."
Right, we getting slain by these cops. George Floyded, Emmett Till, Tamar Rice, which Tamar Rice is Emmett Till in reincarnation.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so these things are happening to us, but what is the Lord gonna do? You read it.
"I will not suffer them now." Yeah, I would not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
The Lord is about to get us out of here, but in what way? Read 11.
"But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm."
And who is that? Yahweh Shai. You got it.
"And smite Egypt with plagues as before."
So it's going to be Egypt again that we're going to go into, and he's going to smite it with plagues as before. Now, you go read those plagues in Egypt. Back then, each plague got more and more severe when you read it, all the way to the very last plague where the firstborns died.
Death.
That's when it and keep in mind, Pharaoh wanted to let us go each time those plagues happened, but the Lord will harden his heart to show his power. You think the Lord not gonna do that now? He's gonna have Esau and them keep on getting these nukes and stuff ready, although things are happening on planet Earth. All right, and he's gonna harden his heart to actually fight him when he come back, and that's gonna be the ultimate curse that's gonna go over the earth, the chariots.
That's right.
So, but I will bring them with the mighty hand and stretched out arm, Yahweh Shai, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. That's what's happening. Egypt is getting smoked. The birth pains are happening as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. And that's the point, man. That's where we at. The Lord is smiting Egypt, all right, as before, but we're gonna see more. This is the beginning.
The Lord.
this is the beginning to fleeing from the lion, and then the bear. Then I'm good now. And then you put your hand on the wall, and a serpent bites you.
And like you said, because you got to think about it. The end result of Babylon is supposed to be a desert. Well, we far from a desert. You know what I'm saying? So that's the end result of Babylon and Great America. It's supposed to be a desert, man. The Lord don't want nobody to be at a pinch tent here but the desert
Yeah,
animals.
ain't no stretching no line. Oh, this was Dallas. Ain't gonna be all that.
Oh, this is
Exactly.
Dallas. That's
Right. So, man, with that,
Oh,
we
good.
hope this was edifying. What?
Oh, I didn't even know.
Shalom, Kabar.
Oh,
Shalom
Shalom, GMS, Kabar.
Yes, like you. We didn't see it.
He put up some precepts. We can read it right quick.
Okay.
GMS, Kabar.
Let me see. You can actually show 'em.
Yeah, you could type it. You could.
Oh, show?
Yeah, you can click on it.
Okay. It says 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 31. And they that use this world.
Hey, that's the spirit. I had that.
Yep.
That's a good one. I had that one though.
And they that use this world as not abusing it, right? Because we're in this world, but we're not abusing it. Let me become an Andrew Tate here. No, man, this is gonna pollute you, because to get those riches, you have to blind yourself to the truth, and ultimately you got to sell out. Not saying, well, I'm gonna write my name in blood. Some people, they do those rituals and go up there like Drake and stuff, but you can't tell your people the truth, or those things are gonna be taken away from you. Look what happens when a celebrity, it's locked in. Look what happens when a celebrity speaks about the truth. What's some good examples on that? Kanye,
Kyrie,
what's that other rapper?
Kanye, Kyrie.
They not like us.
Kendrick.
Kendrick Lamar. The whole Hebrew Israelite thing that happened with him. All right, so we're using this world as not abusing it, man, because it'll pollute you. It says, for the fashion of this world passes away, right? And we're witnessing it being ushered out to pass away and in with the new.
Yep.
And we're gonna fly through these. 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1.
Yeah,
this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. That's the spirit. We pulled that
one. Yeah.
You get the second verses.
Yeah, the 9/11.
Second 9:11. And they that have loathed my law, right, to despise, to hate, all right, the way of the Lord, the fear of the Lord. I'm not gonna serve them most. I can't. Charleston White. I can't get head and fuck a bitch and then man, who said you can't? First of all, who said you can't deal with women? All right. If anything, you can have women.
If anything, white Jesus said you can have multiple wives. So
it says, 2 9:11, and they that have loathed my law, while they had yet liberty, which is in the time that we're in right now, to get yourself together, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. And it reads on to say, the same shall know it after death by pain.
Next verse.
Right. So, that was the last one.
Yeah, that was the last one.
Okay, yeah. So you have to water for them precepts, GMS Kabar. That was all through the spirit, man, because that's what these people are doing. They're not watching. All right. So what's gonna happen? It's gonna overtake them as a thief. It's gonna get on them suddenly, like a snare. Then they're not gonna know. So that's why they're gonna take the MOTB. Yep. And the Lord not gonna be answering them. All right, the Lord not gonna answer them in that time. The Lord going, hey, you despise my law. You hated my prophets, my messengers. All right, you hated me. You did not regard my hand being stretched out to call you when you had time. So now I'm just going in. All right, judgment. All right, the Lord is entering into that house of judgment, and yes, He's starting with the ones that know the Israelites first. So how much more us, all right, that are in this knowledge right now should be prepared, man. We should be that one, all right, preparing for that thief to come. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's get our houses in order as we move forward in these prophecies being coming to pass, as we see these events taking place on earth. All right, whether the Lord has Esau staging them, all right, or just stuff is happening, man, because this is a game show. This is a stage. All right, so that's basically it, man. Y'all got anything?
Nah, you get it.
All right, man. With that, Lord's will, this was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Akakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Until next time, Kamar Shalom.
Shalom.